Okay, so we're on our way down to Wexford for the television. It's a colour television from the early 70s, an Autovox. It's a rare enough old beast. I think it's a hybrid colour set, so it should be a bit of crack. If it's as good as it looks online, I think we're on to a winner. And we'll get it back to the workshop and have a look at it. Hopefully it's worth the trip, because it's a 300 mile round trip altogether. But it should be a bit of fun anyway, so we'll see what it's like when we get there. So this is the television I went all the way down to Blackwater for, and it's a very large TV. It's 26 inch, it's mid 70s, and I don't think it is a hybrid. In the van on the way down I said that it was probably a hybrid set, but it's not. And it's huge, it's absolutely massive. What can I say? On the ad where the pictures they had, there was a raster on it. They plugged it in. Now I'd rather they hadn't have plugged it in, because it hadn't been plugged in for over 30 years. And generally it's not a good idea just to plug them in. And I don't think it fared well, because it's not working now. So I've tried it, and all I'm getting now is a pumping. You can hear the pumping away there. So we're going to have to get the back off and have a look in and see what's happened. I think maybe an electrolyte might have went short. Hopefully something simple like that. Maybe the tripler's gone. So we'll get into this thing. And I had to measure it actually before I put it on the bench, because I wasn't sure if it was actually going to fit. But it does. There's about 4 inches of clearance, and yeah, I managed to lift it up on my own actually. Probably feel it tonight in the back. So we'll swing it around, pull the plug out, and we'll get the back off and have a look at it. The TV matched the house. The house hadn't. Looking at the house, I'd say an old lady probably lived there, and the house hadn't been touched since the 70s. The swirly carpet, the flowery wallpaper, the flowery sofa. It should have been preserved. The house was fascinating. So yeah, it was nice people too. Nice people. Looked like they were going to do it up and live in it. So, all the lady knew about the TV was that it was belonging to her in-laws at one stage, and they had it since the early 70s. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. What I found out about it is it's an Italian television. Autovox were Italian, and to be well known for making there was a little strange 12-inch black and white portable they made, and yeah, I'll put a picture up of it. It's a design icon apparently. Flap it like that. It'll be interesting to see what we find when we get the cover off here. Unusual for a European set, you can adjust the grayscale at the back without taking the back off. You know, it's a user accessible control. That's not something I think that's more of an American thing really. It's not something you'd see over here. This screw is going around, but doesn't come out. Try a few more. Yeah, so it's a monster television, fairly advanced too. It has a external speaker, you can plug in a tape recorder to it, and it also has a provision for a wired remote control as well. It'd be cool to have that, but there was no sign of that. few pins on the socket for the remote control, so I presume it did everything, channel switching and brightness, contrast, video, whatever. Also unusual for a PAL television, it has a tint control. That's not something you'd really see over here, because we don't need a tint control with PAL. It should be correct all the time. So it'd be interesting to see if it was worth the journey. 5-hour round trip. Although it wasn't too bad because of relations living not too far away, only half an hour away from where we put up the set. So we were able to drop into them as well when we were down there. So we killed 2 birds with one stone. It's an A67 130X tube, Delta gun tube. I never heard of a 130X before. So A67 120X, alright, but never a 130. So interesting. Plenty of dust. Yeah, I said on the van going down to collect this that it was a hybrid set. It's not a hybrid set. It's actually it's much later than I thought. Actually, we'll see if we can find a date code in it. One of the things I know from doing my videos is the sound quality isn't great, and I've ordered a couple of leads for the phone and that, and I have an external microphone, so I hope to improve my audio quality in the next couple of weeks, because the picture quality seems alright, but the audio isn't great. I noticed that when I go into the house and watch the videos myself on the television. It doesn't sound great when I'm moving away from the phone and that, so I'm either blasting you out beside the phone or I'm away from the phone. So that's something I'm working on anyway, so I hope to improve on that in the near future. So an A67 130X, made in Italy. Get you in there and have a look at that. The label on the tube. This picture too, made in Italy under license from the Admiral Corp, Chicago, Illinois, USA. Interesting. So it's an American picture show, perhaps. Made in Italy. So during the mid-70s there was a mad rush on for colour TVs, and the British companies couldn't keep up with the demand for televisions. They were running absolutely flat out, making as many TVs as they could, and they could not keep up with demand. So that's where companies like this cashed in and made export models for the UK, and also Scandinavian companies as well, such as Luxor, Finlux, Solara. And then you had Sanyo as well. A couple of Japanese companies were importing into the UK as well. So they couldn't keep up. Even the Mullard couldn't keep up with the demand for colour picture tubes, and they ended up getting some British sets, such as a couple of 20-inch Bush TVs I have here, the AA23, and they have Japanese tubes fitted to them, Nippon tubes, which at the time there was complaints that the phosphor, the red wasn't the correct colour. Well, I have to say they're not bad. The A23 doesn't give a great picture anyway, even when they're working perfect. So anyway, enough of that. Is there anything obvious we can see? Just having a look around here. There's a BU208A line output transistor. There's a date there on the electrolytics. It's down here. Don't know if we can see it on the video. We can't. And it's week 3, 1973. So 1973. So It's early enough all the same. It's early enough that it could have been a hybrid set. They were certainly making hybrid sets up until I think Pi were the last in 1976. The last of the Delta 1 sets from Pi. Yeah. So 1973. Pretty cool. It's full of cobwebs. You can see it's lots of cobwebs in the set. And that's about it. I have no service information for this. I googled the model number, and then I googled Autovox vintage TV and blah blah blah, but nothing like this. So it's hard to know where to start the information, but we'll try. We will try. So I think maybe the first thing I'll do is, it could be the tripler that's gone. So I'll disconnect the input to the tripler and we'll see if it comes up there. I think that's the easiest thing to do, starting out, and then we go from there. Get the iron on here. I have to. It's so big, I have to keep the camera away from it a bit. It's a massive television. There's the little cover off the line output transistor. It was over the other side of the cabinet. Put him back. Yeah. Yeah. Smell of bone and cobwebs. Stick that up where I won't arc to anything. Let's see, will it come up now? Yes. It's not pulsing now, so it's the tripler. It's the tripler that's gone. Now, that could be a problem. That could be a problem. Where am I going to get a tripler for this? I know I have a couple of triplers in stock, but see them. Yeah, and the tube. Yeah, I can see the heaters on in the tube as well. Yeah, so the tripler has failed. So that's my first part to call now. Get a tripler. Try and get a raster back up on it and then work from there. So I may as well stop the video here now because there's going no further till I get a tripler. Thanks for watching. Just to add on to that, this thing seems to be fairly well built for serviceability. So these two screws come out either side here. Hold the main deck on, for want of a better word, and this slides out. All the leads are long enough, and then you can pull it up. You know, it'll sit right out like that, which is handy. So we'll get a good look in at the tripler here. So the tripler, I can't use just any old tripler because there's a couple of feeds coming off this. You see, if it was just a 3-wire tripler, you know, one for the focus, one for the HT and one for the input, you know, you could use a universal jobby. But it's a special. There's 2 other, in fact there's 3 other feeds coming off it. No, sorry, 2 other feeds. So, I don't know what they do, I haven't got the manual. Probably a pulse and something else. There's a dead butterfly in here too, unfortunately he didn't make it. And yeah, it's filthy. I'll get the vacuum cleaner and the paintbrush at it now at some stage soon enough. And see, I don't think it's seen a lot of service work, although there's a couple of transistors in the power supply that look like they've been replaced. They don't look original. They've used whatever they've had to hand. Or maybe they are original actually, yeah. I don't know. But yeah. They look neat enough anyway, the way they're being done. And then we've got lock fit transistors. These square transistors or rectangular or whatever you want to call them, they're called lock fits. And they've been known to give a lot of trouble now, where the encapsulation is failing, or dampness or whatever is getting in there, and they can cause all sorts of problems. And they could even check, they can read okay, but they can still give a lot of problems. So the best thing to do is just to, if you're having issues at all, get rid of them. And that's the IF panel there. The tuner, 2 tuners. It has a VHF tuner and a UHF tuner, and the UHF tuner only goes up to 60, channel 60. So in some parts of the UK it wouldn't be much use. And the VHF as well. So, and you can see it is for UK because the tuner is marked BBC 1, BBC 2, ITV, ITV 2. And that's the controls. You can see it has a tint control as well. So yeah, interesting set. You can also see it has a AFC switchable on the front, standby and on off. So standby is obviously for the on off switch on the wired remote control. The cabinet itself is in fairly good condition as well, so yeah, overall it should be a bit of crack. I'll see if I can dig out a tripler. I don't think I have any here after the house move, but I do have a few, and I might have one that will be suitable. So we'll see how we get on. Anyway, once again, thanks for watching for now. I was hoping I'd get this going today, but sadly not. Now my problem is I'm going to have to put it back together and lift it off the bench. Great. Okay, bye for now. Thanks for watching. How you doing? Welcome back. I just couldn't leave this thing alone. I had to see some sort of a picture on it. So I I hot wired a tripler into it. This is a tripler that has its own focus control on it and what have you. We're feeding that in through its own sets focus control and what have you. We have a raster. It looks a lot brighter on the camera than it is in real life. I think the tube is not in its first flush of youth. Far from it. But a promising result nonetheless. So we know it's capable of some sort of results. So we'll carry on. Okay, watch this space.